Well, his role will change in that he's going to be the focal point of every defensive attack that we see. He's our best player. He averaged 14.5 points a game last year, and this year he's going to get a lot more shots. So I would imagine he's going to average a lot more points. We're going to ask him to be much more aggressive than he's been in the past. In the past, he's been a very good player, as you mentioned, but he's kind of shared the spotlight with a lot of different guys that have since moved on. And even though we do have some talented young guys that can put the ball in the basket, we really are going to need Brad to do that, in addition to rebounding and playing good defense. I think so. I think anytime you have a highly successful year, there's an expectation both from within and outside your program to do it again. And I've had people come up to me and say, hey, we're going back to the Final Four, right? Obviously it's much easier said than done, and particularly when you have such a young team as we have with 6 freshmen, there are some challenges there. But I'm excited because I think we have a very talented group. We have a group in terms of our returning players that have winning experience and they know what it means to be a part of a winning team. Now they need to learn what it means to take on an enhanced role and affect winning on a night-in, night-out basis, some of the things that maybe the older players did in the past. Well, I think it's a terrific league. Like a lot of leagues, it's much better than people think and people know, and that's including the national media. I think we took some hits when we made the NCAA tournament, and more the selection committee took some hits from the national media, but I think that's largely due to the fact that those folks don't understand how good the CAA is. And if you look at what George Mason did last year in our league, and then near the second half of the season when they won 16 games in a row, I thought literally they were playing as well as anyone in the country during that stretch. So you have teams in our league that not only can compete with anyone in the country, but at times have played as well as anybody in the country. Certainly during our run, we played that well. George Mason in their Final Four run a few years back. And I think that's the exciting thing about our conference is there's a lot of great teams, there's a lot of depth, but there's also been a lot of special times where teams have gotten on a roll. And really, when you compare us to other leagues that are similar in terms of maybe the level, those leagues haven't done what the CAA has done, and I don't see any reason for that to stop.